Most dangerous water slides. Take all of the height, speed, and risks of an amusement park ride and then remove all of the safety measures such as seat belts, harnesses, and emergency stops, and you've got the water slide, one of the most dangerous attractions on Earth. Shoot the Rapids, Cedar Point Water Park, Sandusky, Ohio, USA. Located inside the self-styled best amusement park in the world, their Shoot the Rapids ride had two necessary safety features fail at the same time for one unlucky group of patrons during the summer of 2013. The ride is similar to a log flume style chute that seats groups of 10 riders in boats to traverse the course of the 85-foot high ride. The first safety failure occurred when the boat slipped backward down the lift instead of forward, causing it to hit another boat behind it. This caused safety failure number 2, designed to keep the boats on the track, yet the boat jumped the track and flipped over into the pool of water surrounding the ride on all sides. The riders were trapped inside down in the water, strapped in and unable to free themselves. They were just seconds away from disaster when park staff and patrons righted the boat in the nick of time to rescue those trapped upside down. Ongoing mishaps like this caused the ride to be shut down in 2016. Black Hole, Wet and Wild Water Park, Orlando, Florida, USA. The Black Hole's claim to fame is that riders complete the inline tube slide in nearly total darkness, except for the eerie rings of light that pop up, making them more startling than illuminating. Pairs of riders mount an inflated boat to navigate the course that takes 23 seconds to complete, reaching speeds of 30 miles per hour. No fatalities have ever been reported, but the ride's owners have been sued numerous times due to injuries caused by boats flipping over, people falling out of the boats, being hit with possessions that got away from passengers, and most common, boats crashing into each other when staff allowed riders to embark before ensuring that the last boat had cleared. All of them happened in a small, wet, dark cavern, traveling at high rates of speed, where you can't see what's coming. Wet and Wild Orlando has since been closed in 2016. Aquasphere, Peninsula Aquatic Recreation Center, Frankston, Australia. The family-centered rec center houses sedate wading pools, educational centers, and leisurely saunas and steam rooms, with an unexpected predatory water slide in its midst, taking many riders unaware. The enclosed water-filled tubes slosh riders around within the plastic tubes, especially those that were young and lightweight, with so much force that head injuries were causing regular newspaper headlines. Head injuries, concussions, and back injuries were most common. The slide was closed temporarily in 2014, only to be shut down for good in 2016, both closures caused by many complaints of injuries. The Master Blaster, Schlitterbahn Water Park, New Braunfels, Texas, USA. The Master Blaster is one of the most popular water slides of all time, winning numerous awards and topping lists of patrons' favorites. The Master Blaster might be considered dangerous due to the sheer number of people wanting to experience its unique thrills. Riders take the plunge in a two-person inflatable raft down the slide that begins 6 stories in the air and multiple near-vertical drops like a roller coaster. In fact, its designers call it a water coaster as it features 3 steep drops, one from 3 stories high, ending in a figure-8 loop and spiral. Much of the Master Blaster's popularity is due to its 1,000-foot length, giving riders more bang for their buck, taking over a minute, 3 times as long as other slides to complete the course. Kilimanjaro, Aldeia des Águas Beach Park, Rodeva, Brazil. The Kilimanjaro is currently the fastest water slide in the world, reaching speeds of 65 miles an hour, and is considered the most extreme body slide currently in operation. At an impressive 160 feet tall, making it 40 feet taller than Brazil's famed Christ the Redeemer statue. This open-air water slide is so high up that riders can see the Atlantic Ocean from the top, making it seem that you're plunging off the top of a skyscraper. There are no floats or rafts, so riders shoot down its length on their bare backs. It takes 234 steps to gain the top, but only 5 seconds to reach the bottom due to the insane speeds reached. Some riders reported going so fast that they lost contact with the slide and were airborne for parts of the ride. It is very intense, as one patron reported. It must be, as 1 out of every 20 riders chickens out at the top. Verrückt Schlitterbahn Water Park, Kansas City, Missouri, USA. The water park in KC wanted to make a big splash with its new ride called Verrückt, which means crazy or insane in German, as it was a record-breaking 170 feet high. That's 17 stories tall, making it the tallest water slide in the world at the time. It cost $3.6 million to build. Similar to a roller coaster, riders board a 3-person raft. It weighs 100 pounds itself. That spirit them over a stomach-churning drop and then up a short incline for a second drop, ending with a big splash in the pool at the end. It has reported speeds of up to 70 miles per hour for 18 seconds. One 10-year-old boy was fatally injured when his raft was catapulted into the air at a high rate of speed, causing him to hit a metal support beam with his head. It is believed that his small stature and light weight were not enough to overcome the acceleration that launched his raft from the slide. Young Caleb was decapitated in the disaster. His family sued the Waterslides designers over the lack of safety features. The park's owner was arrested on criminal charges for ignoring several safety features that may have prevented the accident. The Verrückt was closed down immediately following the accident and was dismantled in 2018. Scorpion's Tail, Noah's Ark Water Park, Wisconsin Dells, USA. The Scorpion's Tail is the first, and right now the only, looping water slide in the country. It is also the most dangerous slide in the U.S. still open. Completely enclosed in transparent plexiglass pipe, riders complete the course that is the length of a football field on their backs with no floats or rafts along its 70-degree slope that takes most riders 15 seconds to complete. Riders can reach speeds up to 40 miles per hour by free-falling from trapdoor at a height of 10 stories. Falling along its 400-foot length is what provides the acceleration to loop the loop, 40 feet in the air, before dropping into a pool at the end. If a rider doesn't have the needed momentum to complete the loop, there's a safety hatch where riders can disembark, often called the Walk of Shame, before the next rider is sent on. Water jets along its entire length keep the course slick, and built-in sensors track the progress of riders, making it one of the safer dangerous slides. The Extreme Phaser, Galaxy Water Park, XX, Germany. The Extreme Phaser is notable for being banned, but only for women. It remains open for men to ride. The slide is so fast that riders hit the pool at the end at such high rates of speed that, due to their anatomy, it caused injury to the genitals of several women before becoming a male-only ride. The enclosed 220-foot-long slide is designed so riders build up momentum that greatly increases speed, causing one heck of a rush. Women will have to take your word for it. Aquascoot, Action Water Park, Vernon, New Jersey, USA. The Aquascoot ride is one of the most dangerous rides in one of the most dangerous parks in the entire country. Action Park, nicknamed Accident Park and Traction Park, saw 6 fatalities and over 70 injuries in 1996 alone, which forced the park's closure. It reopened in 2010 with assurances that the safety concerns had been addressed. But they seem to have overlooked the aquascoot. Crafted from metal barrels cut in half, the bottom was lined with industrial metal rollers to scoot riders along on a plume of water while sitting on thin plastic individual mats that shot them into a small pool at the end. Hype for the attraction claimed riders would pick up enough speed to skip across the pool like a flat stone skipping across a pond. Injuries were rampant as riders who fell off their little rafts were pinched by the rollers. Those who happened to keep their seat and make it to the end were dumped into a pool of water less than 2 feet deep, causing multiple head injuries. Still more injuries were caused by human error when distracted staff didn't allow the first rider to clear the ride before sending a second rider down the chute to crash into the first. Action Water Park is also the home of another water slide, Cannonball Loop, a water slide so dangerous it was closed by the state after just 1 month due to the number of accidents. Dummies that they sent through the slide came out missing body parts, and yet they still opened it to the public. With slides like this, maybe they should have called it Class Action Park. Due to the massive number of injuries and growing number of deaths, the entire park was shut down by New Jersey safety officials in 2015. Leap of Faith, Atlantis Paradise Island, Bahamas, USA. Some consider the Leap of Faith to be the scariest water slide out there. Designed to resemble a Mayan temple, the leap is a single heart-stopping drop of 60 vertical feet that riders complete bareback with no floats or rails. It isn't the tallest, or fastest, or most extreme slide, yet it has something no other slide has: sharks. Once you survive the sheer 60-foot drop, you're shot into a maze of clear underwater tubes through a shark-infested pool. Yes, sharks. The lagoon is chock full of hammerheads and reef sharks, hence the name. While other countries can boast earlier construction of water slides, like New Zealand's Wonderland water chute in 1903, in the States, Herbert Sellner, a designer of children's toys, created the first water slide in 1923. Located in Faribault, Minnesota, Sellner designed what he called the water toboggan slide, as riders would mount a wooden sled, or toboggan, down a giant metal slide with thin legs propping it up that would shoot them into the lake like skipping a stone, sometimes in excess of 100 feet. While Sellner applied for a patent for his new invention, others knew a good thing when they saw it and made alterations so that water slides began appearing at lakes, beaches, and even swimming pools. Sellner went on to design the Tilt-A-Whirl that was featured in the 1927 Minnesota State Fair and continues to be an amusement park staple to this day. Most of us feel particularly vulnerable without clothes. Add in high speeds, exhilarating drops and turns, and the inherent slippery nature of water without the ability to control our own starts and stops, and it's a wonder that water slides obtained the popularity they currently enjoy. With the advent of safety features and improved designs and engineering, water slides are no more dangerous than other high-octane amusement park rides. So you adrenaline junkies can continue to get wet and wild.